Today I'm going to show you how to rebuild this RARE Eskimo cooler and what it takes to get this thing safe and working like new. Hey guys, today we're working on this really rare Eskimo swamp cooler here. And it's kind of cool because instead of a regular recoil, spring recoil mechanism, it actually has this ratcheting one-way mechanism that keeps the basket rolling in one direction through the water. The annoying thing though is that when you go to rebuild it, the only thing holding the basket together are these little stupid tabs. And man, they're a pain. The front basket only has 3 of them. Or the front of the basket only has 3 of them. And they're barely grabbing on, so that's real annoying. But let's go ahead and get this back on here. And then we can go ahead and try to clean up some of the dents in here. And then this is the intake cone. This is the other stupid thing about this design. So this intake cone locks into the front, and this basket sits on a spindle on the back here. But what supports the front of the basket is absolutely nothing. This basket just rides on the intake cone. You can see, because I mean, obviously there's nothing holding the front up, but then also the intake cone's got a wear pattern on it like this, and so does the inner ring of the front basket. So that's a really weird design. So I'm gonna have to lube this up with some grease. I don't know if it comes originally lubed, but we're gonna want to do that to make it a nice smooth return as it spins around in this cooler. So let's go ahead and get these parts cleaned up and then we'll get back to reassembly. Okay, we just took a bunch of dents out of this. So one of the worst parts was this rim was really bent. We had to bring that back around and make that close to flat, and we'll have to clean up all this adhesive on here. Now the next set of dents is this. As you can see, it's dented pretty bad, so we're gonna have to flatten out all these dents before we start reassembling it. So let's do that now. Okay, we're about to do final assembly, and this intake flaps are looking a little corroded, so we're just going to polish those up a little bit with some Scotch-Brite. There's a before and after on the flat polish. Just got the last flap to do. Did the top. And we can bring it over to the bench and start reassembling it. Okay, we've got all of our parts clean, prepped. Basket's got a brand new filter in it. That was a hard basket. The only thing holding it together is these stupid tabs, so that was a pain in the butt. But we got that. We got a lot of these dents taken out. This thing was really dented up before. You can see some because I sanded it down, but those are, you know, mostly taken out. See that? So now we can start assembly. This is a vent, polished up. We got some new hardware for the vent. So when it goes in here, it's got some nice new hardware. And then once we get the basket in, I think I'm actually gonna keep the original cord. Usually I replace these cords, but this one's pretty good condition. And we just got done washing this inside and out with cleaner and wiping it all down so it's nice and clean. So we can finally start reassembling it. And we'll start that by putting the basket in there and getting the recoil mechanism hooked up. Okay, basket is in and functioning. We've got the bearing on the back grease. We got a little bit of grease on the ring here where it actually rubs on here. Kind of a silly design, but I want to make sure we get that grease so it doesn't rub a hole in there. So now we can go ahead and seal this down. I'm going to do that with a little bit of silicone where the two edges meet. And then we can do the same thing with the back, silicone the back, and seal this thing up and then put the vent in it, and then it should be good to go. And there it is. That ratchet mechanism, different style. I'm gonna get a grommet on the way for this fill hole. Prop rod. And there it is, super rare Eskimo cooler, completely restored. It was a little bit difficult, that basket was super annoying, but the ratchet mechanism is pretty easy. It's kind of a little bit better than the Recoil in some ways. There it is. It's in pretty good condition, and now it's fully clean, fully functional. If you guys have a swamp cooler you need restored, head on over to vintageswampcoolers.com. Let us know you need a service. We'll get you scheduled. And if you need any parts for your swamp cooler, or you want to looking for a new swamp cooler, head on over there to vintageswampcoolers.com or ECOPHAGEfabrication.com. We have everything you need, and if we don't, send me a question and I'll try to get it as soon as I can. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. Check out some of these other swamp cooler videos down here. I've done tons and tons of rebuilds on Thermadors and show you how the baskets are working. I show you all this cool stuff. So check some of those things out. Subscribe if you're not already. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys next time.